We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome to the Freak Show. I am your host, Bumpy McSquigums, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be taking a first look at Class of Heroes 3 Remaster. It is by Acquire Corp, Zero Div, and PQube, released on September 18th, 2025. A big shout out and a thank you to PQube for reaching out to me and saying, hey, we got this coming down the pipeline. You want to check it out? And I was like, yeah, I do. I've been wanting to get back to the Class of Heroes series of games for a while. I think I have one in the bank, one that I recorded a while ago, and just been trying to find the time to get back to it. This is a kind of a kick in the pants, a reminder to do so, but at the same time, we get to check out the third in the series, and the third remaster in the series. And I'm just going to do a first look, kind of like I did with Class of Heroes 2. And once we finish the first game, we'll go to the second, and then eventually to the third. So, lots of good times ahead. I just, like I said, really been wanting to get back to it, and this is kind of one of those motivational moments where, okay, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So, when I finish the first look here, I think the next video or two that I'm going to do is going to be the original Class of Heroes remake. So, I was having recording issues. I actually had most of this recorded before, but I ended up with a corrupted file, which very rarely happens. So, it's taken me a little while to find the time to come back and do it, especially after trying everything I could to recover it. Anyway, long story short, here we are, a little later than I wanted to be, but we are here, we are ready, we are eager to dive in and experience the game. I don't think I made a very good group the first time around, so hopefully I make a slightly better choice now, and when we return and we do this as a full series, I'm going to try to do something a little bit different then as well. So we'll see how it all plays out. Anyhow, let's get into it. Class of Heroes 3 has 3 unique schools. Start the game by selecting whichever you prefer. I'm probably going to go with the Dragon Academy, but there are 3 different schools. I don't 100% fully grasp what the differences are going to be, though they do give us a descriptor. I just don't really understand what that means in relation to the game. So, the Dragon Academy, an orthodox old-school adventurer school. That's got me written all over it. This is the oldest school on the continent, and the students take pride in that. It even has graduates who are true champions of the people. Then we have the Presiana Institute. I'm sure I'm going to pronounce all of these flawlessly, of course. A learning institute that always pushes the envelope. Claims to have the most cutting-edge teaching techniques and facilities. Their goal is to nurture the flag bearers of the next generation. And finally, I think I can't even pronounce this next one. Yep. Takachiho? College. A school full of descendants of distant migrants who arrived here in ancient times. They maintained their independence and isolation even after much time passed, and intercultural unity progressed. Has a unique culture and teaching system. So we have a few different options. But honestly, I think this is where my heart would be anyway. So you know what? Maybe we do this one. Maybe we do this one as the full series. Let's go with the Presian Institute and see what the difference is here. Proceed. Welcome to the Presian Institute. I am proud to have you in our place of learning. My name is Gladiolus. I am in charge of the hero course at the school. My goal is to raise the students who would become heroes of the next generation. The things you learn in Presian will surely, I don't know what I was going to say, it's fine, surely help you become excellent adventurers. Principal Centauria is about to hold a transfer ceremony to welcome you. Don't be late. Don't be late to a very important date. Dear transfer students, congratulations on your enrollment. I am Centauria, the principal here. Presiana Institute is an adventurous school where we employ the most cutting-edge teaching policies on the continent. The goal behind the founding of the school is to convey the wisdom of the primeval gods to the new generation. Learn what you can from our teachers and support your fellow students to refine your light. While Dragon Academy has strong traditions and the Takachiho College has a rich history, with your many lights, we will turn our institute into something that matches them. Blessed children of Presiana, I pray that your days here are wonderful. Thank you, Centauria. Alright, so if you guys didn't guess, I'm sure you did, but if you hadn't guessed, it is all voiced in Japanese. I'm going to basically be babbling over it and speaking and reading and doing all this stuff. So I know it bothers some people, just gonna have to accept it and move on. It's what I'm doing. So, welcome to Pressiana, transfer students. I am the student council president, Celsia. Let me begin by introducing you to the teacher who will teach you in your classes. This is Mr. Gladiolus of the Hero Course. We met earlier. I'm looking forward to our classes. Mr. Gladiolus is known on the entire continent for being a champion of the people. He now teaches here in Pressiana to raise the champions of the next generation. I imagine you will learn a lot from him. Next is Miss Lily, the magic teacher. I'm Lily. Let's get along. Miss Lily is also the doctor here. She will help you a lot whenever you are injured or feel unwell. Oh, and you may hear some unsavory rumors about her, but you would be wise not to believe them. And this is Miss Licorice. Sure. Or Licorice, maybe. The teacher of idol and puppeteer courses. Kind of hate it a lot. Hey, I'm Miss Licorice. Oh, you just thought I was a child, didn't you? I'm not. I may be small, but I'm a full-grown adult. And the reason I have these puppets with me isn't because I'm lonely, but because I use these in my classes. Miss Licorice is a very strict and excellent teacher. Hey, me, the best teacher in Pressiana? Don't praise me like that. I did not say that, but that is for the teachers who will guide you. Yeah. Oh, and one thing about Principal Centauria, he is also my older brother. Could you go to the staff room to finish the enrollment process? You will have to write down your names, races, and preferred courses. Once you finish your enrollment, I will show you around the institute. Oh, and I'll make it so that you can go to the Welcoming Grove. Don't think I forgot about that. The Welcoming Grove has been unlocked. Now, please go to the staff room. Alright, transfer students went to the staff room to complete the enrollment process. Alright, so basically what we're doing at this point is we could use pre-done characters, which maybe in the first look video I should do, but I'd rather let you guys see a little bit more of what's going on. We're going to go into the enrollment process. I'm going to go with we're going to enroll Calark, why not? That's my my frontline two-handed axe-using maniac guy that I like to use. All right, we have several different races. We have the human, the elf, the dwarf, the gnome, the kulaz, the fairy, the felper, the bahamoon, the diaboros, and the celestia. Sadly, there's not enough information to really fully explain what each class does or excels at, other than the stat changes. And unfortunately, I don't know exactly what all of the stats do. I have a rough idea, like intelligence of mind, clearly something to do with magic, but is there a differential between like healing magic and offensive magic? Like, is intelligence for offensive magic and mind is for healing magic? Is intelligence the like power of the magic and mind is like your mana supply? I don't know. I don't know these things. So I would have liked to see a little bit more information if I could get it on the screen, but such is life. All right, I'm gonna go dwarf because I usually do. I don't know that I necessarily agree with the stats. All right, so the humans are pretty straightforward down the line, 8s and 9s, right? Then you have the elf, which is a little bit more intelligent, and that's really it. Intelligent and mind. Agility and luck are about the same. Then you have the dwarf. They're not as agile or lucky, but they have a little bit more health, vitality, vigor, if you will, and power. Then and of course less intelligence as well. And their mind is slightly better. I don't really understand why, but that's fine. Then we have the gnome, which is very intelligent and very mindful. Vitality, power, agility, all pretty low on the scale there, but they're lucky. Then you have the Khulaz, very agile and lucky, but not much else. And then you have the Fairy, which again, agile and lucky, but also kind of smart. Then you have the Felpr, agile, vitality, power, so kind of up there-ish, but not super lucky, not very smart. The Bahamut seem to be the powerhouses of the crew. I kind of almost want to throw that on Kalark, but Kalark's always the dwarven, like, berserker or barbarian. That's just kind of a rule for me. So maybe I'm not making the best choice here, but that's probably what I'm going to do. The Bahamut, again, power, vitality, and a little bit of luck. Everything else real low. The Diaboros, intelligent, kind of vitality-ish, with some power. Probably the highest overall. Do we have a different amount for the BP? No, we don't. And then I believe the final one is the Celestia. Very mindful, kind of lucky. That's about it. Again, I don't really know the best options for a lot of these. Anyway, we're gonna go with the dwarf. I feel like this is not great, but it's what I'm doing. Oh, okay. Like, I'm hitting the button. Nothing's happening. All right, the gender. We have the male. We have the female. I think it just kind of changes the look of the character. I don't know that any of the stats or anything else changed. Doesn't look like it. So yeah, I don't. Also, not really sure how that's a dwarf. But you know what? I'm not gonna question it. I mean, I did kind of question it, but I'm not gonna harp on it. I'm not gonna really focus on that being a major problem at this point. All right. So we have 4 different looks. So the first 2 are male characters, the second 2 are female characters. Axe and sword, and then we have, I guess, axe and hammer. I'll admit the hammer looks cooler. I'm still gonna go with the axe. Hairstyle, we got a few different ones that we can go with here. Not a tremendous amount. There's only about 4. Yeah, sure. Hair color. You know what? Why not? Let's go with freak show colors. Why not? We'll go with the purple there. And then the voice, I don't care really. Sure. And then subject. Now here's where it gets a little interesting. Now here's where it gets a little interesting. We actually have a tremendous amount of different classes, or I guess technically subjects, the way they present this. These are various different subjects that we can be taught and we can learn and so on and so forth. But essentially these are the classes in the game. I think that's cool. I think there are a whole bunch of different things. And actually this entire row is different than the last group that I looked at, which I think is kind of funny. Okay, so the top group looks like it's a bunch of more, I don't know, like physical type people, right? A commoner, which I think is cool. I might even throw one of them in there. Again, maybe a terrible idea, I'm not sure. Then you have the fighter, the knight, the martial artist, the thief, and the hunter, all kind of use like physical fighting techniques, a bow, a throw. So I had an issue, and I don't know how to necessarily figure this issue out, but I think it's going to be down to the items that you get later on. But I was unable to use the thief on the back line. It says, strategy, use the thief in the rear guard, right? Couldn't really do that. I mean, I could put him in the rear guard, but I couldn't attack with him. So his throw wasn't there. Like, he couldn't actually attack from that spot. Likewise, we have a hunter with a bow and a dagger. There was a ninja or some sort of thing. I don't know. Anyway, so the top row is a bunch of just martial users, right? Like physical combat stuff. Then the entire second row is all the different magics. Pyro being fire, hydro being water, arrow being air, geo being earth or ground. Photomancer would be light, and then the Umbramancer would be dark. And they're all supported. They're all supposed to be rear guard, which is good. These were different. These are absolutely different classes. Sundari, I've never figured out how to say that. I am so sorry. I would call Commissar and he would tell me how to say it, but I don't have that option right now. It's just a Sundari? Anyway, that, whatever that is, I think Commissar explained this to me before. I apologize for my lack of knowledge. Something about they're angry and mean to you, like reluctant to be a part of your team, and then after that they start to befriend you and become like your best friend, or I guess if it's the opposite, if it's a love interest, then maybe they become your girlfriend or boyfriend, or what the guy says, right? So I think that's what that means. I could be completely wrong. Feel free to correct me in the comments. Then we have little brother. Okay. Sure. We have dancer, otaku, which I think means just a normal like Westerner that really likes Japanese culture. So then we have a hero, which is just a Power Ranger apparently, and a journalist. I think it's great. I went with there was like a pastry chef, I think is what it was, on the other school, and I went with that, and I couldn't figure out what to do with it. Like it said rear guard. No, it didn't say rear guard. Anyway, I couldn't figure out how to fight with it. It didn't matter. And then the berserker, which is probably what I'm going to do, axe and sword. I may just pull off axe and hammer right now and go with fighter, and then we'll save some of the specialized classes for later on. Unusable for magic, and the strategy is the Vanguard, a dwarf-only chorus, effective against many monster types, but can't use spells, gradually increases strength, and more. So I think I'm just going to go fighter for now, but know that my heart, and once we truly start, is going to be in the berserker class. Alright, so there we go, and then we have bonus points to distribute. Well, we know we're going to want power, we know we're going to want some vitality, and honestly, that's really about it. So we're just going to confirm with that, and our enrollment is complete. Our dwarf is made. Kalok is here. Now we have to enroll, I believe it's 6? Yeah. 6 students in total, so we're going to try to breeze through this a little bit quicker. We're going to have our boy, oh right, we can't do that. We're going to have Tanat on the front line. We don't have a lot of space for names, unfortunately. I'm gonna make him a Bahamoon. He's a man's. Those are both mans. Those are both mans. So those are both women's. Okay. He does like spears, so it makes sense. I think we're gonna give him that hairstyle. We give him a little blonde going on there. His voice, this is here what it sounds like. Yep, sure. Subject. All right, now. Again, Dragon Knight, it's a spear. This is literally perfect for him. Does anybody else have a spear? Okay, our knight has a spear. Probably gonna go that route as well. But the Dragon Knight is the class for the Bahamoon, which is pretty cool. Can learn light spells, gradually increases strength, vitality, and more. We're gonna go with the knight for right now, just because. Again, I want to have a little bit different stuff going on down the line. All right, again, power seems pretty prominent. I might go 18, honestly, and then maybe we increase agility a little bit. All right. And done. So that's 2 of our frontliners. Let's go with our 3rd frontliner. I think we're going to go with Kime. Now here we're going to do something a little bit different. Here I want to see what we actually get. So this is human, the gunner. Human only, okay. I want to see the various different ones that we have. The Elementalist is the elf only. So spellcaster. We know the dwarf. What do we got for gnome? The gnome is an alchemist. Okay, the Kulas is feng shui. Okay, sure. The fairy is a sage. Okay, cool. The Felper is going to be a beast. I'm probably going to have her as a Felper, maybe. We already know what the Bahamoon is. The Diaboros is a necromancer. Okay, interesting. And a Celestia is going to be a fallen angel. Okay, Vanguard, all elements, a scythe, and a sword. Okay, cool. Anyway, so those are the race-specific things. For our front liner, I kind of want to go that route. You know what? I will. I'm going to go that, but I'm going to go with the martial artist as opposed to the beast. Probably going to use the beast, traditionally down the line. That's fine. Also, why is there... Is it based off of or something? Wait, hold on. I'm just noticing that our bonus points are different. Hold on. Can we call off the enrollment? Oh, no, I didn't realize. Okay, well, there we go. I just now noticed that was different. I thought the bonus points are always the same. So, I'm just going to continue to roll with what we've got, but you should back out and go back in. We'll do it on the next one, but let's, this is decent, actually, so I'm just going to roll with this on this one. We'll breeze through this a little bit. Like I said, I want you guys to, like, have a rough idea of what is going on. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, we'll go with the red. Okay, that doesn't make me want to die when I hear it, so... Oh, okay. So, okay, that's very interesting. Alright, as the martial artist... Yeah, I think we're going to try to get, like, a little bit of luck and obviously some power. Maybe we go to 8 luck and we go to 14 power. I think that's fair. Okay, so I didn't realize this until just now. A lot of games have this. I for whatever reason, I blanked that Class of Heroes has this at all, but... Oh my god, okay, so we just got a 33 this time around. That's way better than the last one. You know what? We're gonna go with Wendy. Make Wendy. It's gonna be a gnome. It's gonna be a female, obviously. We'll go with that one. I guess that's fine. Hair color. A silver voice. Okay, I guess that's fine. Yeah, we're gonna go with a something. I don't know exactly what, but some sort of magic user for sure. I don't know that I want to do light, unless light is. I'm noticing we don't actually have a healer right now, which is somewhat concerning. But we're gonna go with we'll go with Pyromancer. Why not? And now we have just so many bonus points to distribute, which is great. Vitality is always a good idea to get. I don't think we need power at all, so I'm not going to put any points into it. I think that's fine. I think that worked out great. Alright, Wendy is there. We're going to try to get Helisar, but we're just going to call him Party. Because we can't fit, like, Party Commissar. But, so we have 16 points here. So if we back out, right, we enroll 28 points, right? We enroll 9, we enroll 6, 20. So you're going to want to get probably 20 plus if you can. I think that 33 was an absurdly lucky number that we got. But again, I hadn't realized there's 29. So we're going to go with this for Party. So our first few people are going to kind of suck a little bit. Because I was unaware, and now I'm aware. And this is why I want to do, like, all aspects of this. I might have just breezed through this really quick and not paid any attention to it if I was doing this alone. I mean, in fact, this is the second time I'm doing it and didn't realize that that's what changed the stuff. Anyhow, so essentially you're rolling for bonus points. I don't know what the cap is. I'm sure we could look it up. Again, this is a remaster, so the information is definitely out there. But maybe the cap is like 50 points, and that's going to set you up in a really, really good way versus, you know, coming in with 8 bonus points. All right, Commissar. What was the Celestia as a thing? Fallen Angel? Do you think this is a... No. I said, do you think that's a healer? Elementalist. I apologize. I'm just, right now, I'm kind of looking for, I don't really want to make him a fairy, but I think I'm going to. can learn spells of all elements. Again, I don't... Woe to guy to gi to gay to something? I don't know. Whip fist, all arounder. I don't know. I want a healer is essentially what I'm shooting for right now. I don't know that we have an option. What was the human? It was the gunner. Kula's was Feng Shui. Is that support? You know what? I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go with you're a photomancer, Commissar, which means I can make you anything I want you to be. Let's get you something that has some intelligence and some mind. An elf. I might just make him the Diaboros. Why not? Yeah, that's fine. We'll let him just have a wild mane. We'll let him have green hair too. Why not? You know what? No, I'm feeling the blue. I'm feeling the blue. All right, that's fine. All right, I'm gonna make you a photomancer. Don't know what that's gonna do, but it's there. Point distribution. I'm gonna give you 1 to power. No, I'm not. I'm gonna give you some more intelligence. 18. Get your mind up to maybe 16. I don't know, your vitality up a bit as well. Make you more agile and lucky. Okay, that's fine, probably. Again, I don't know what I'm doing as far as point distribution. 100%. Rough idea, but not fully. I think we're gonna go with Old Man Splooch. He's gonna have no vowels in his name. It's fine. We're gonna make him a human. All right, I should hold on. Oops. Yeah. I should get him at least. There you go. So Splooch is gonna be the greatest of all, I suppose. We're gonna make him a human. A man's human. I mean, he's gonna have a gun, so I don't really know. There you go. Hair color, sure. Sure, why not? Alright, we're gonna make him a gunner. We're gonna use one of our final humans only thing. And there we have it. Alright. Distribution. I don't know if power is directly related to melee combat. If it's related to ranged combat or how that actually works. Or if like agility is ranged only, I don't know. So I feel kind of at a loss. I can't go higher than that. I guess 10 is the max that we can raise something. I mean, maybe this isn't a bad idea. Oh. All right, we have confirmed the student. We now have what we need to build up our group. Kalar, Tanat, Kime, Windy, Party, and Splooch. And if things aren't working 100%, I think we can still change their position. So I think even if they're on the right side or the left side is like defaulted forward, the right side is defaulted back. I think you can change everyone to forward or back regardless of where they're at in the order. So if you want the order to look a little different, say you want Kalark and Splooch to be next to each other with Wendy all on the left, and you want everybody else on the right, you can do that, and you can change the forward and all this stuff. Anyway, so cool stuff. Switch team? Oh, we have multiple teams that we can do. Does it show us like what team we're looking at? Like a number? Like this is team 1 or 2? No? Okay. Alright. Anyhow, that's what we got. So, you are fully enrolled now. Congratulations. If you're ready, I can show you around now. I will start with the Pride of Presiana, the newest facility. So the goal, and I know this is going to be a little bit of a lengthy episode, I would cut some of this stuff down, but again, I think it's kind of important that you guys see what's going on, and you can see my lack of knowledge of things. But we figured some stuff out, so I think it's all important to keep all this in, and hopefully it entertained you enough that you didn't want to, pull out your hair. So yeah, that's the ultimate goal there. All right, I will take the tour of the Institute. Let us go then. First, this is the full picture of our Presiana Academy. So this is the outside of it. Got it. I will tell you about all the buildings lined up here. First, the building behind the main one is the dormitory. Yay! Presiana Institute is a boarding school. All of us live there, and you will soon join us. The building next to it is the cathedral. You were already there for your transfer ceremony. To the left, you can see the new building. It contains a laboratory used for tech development, as well as a store where you can buy everyday supplies and various items. It also has the infirmary for our sick and injured. The Dr. Miss Lily is always ready to help. Sweet. In the middle, you will see the main building. It contains a staff room for teachers, as well as our classrooms. To the right, there is the library, or La Biblioteca. We use it to accept quests and look things up. The librarian there is also my butler, Freesia, I don't know, Freesia? Probably Freesia. We're going to call her Frieza. No, it's Freesia. It's right, butler, okay, why free? It's fine. And he is the one who manages the quests. It's just Frieza. We're just going to call him Frieza now. It's fine. If there is something you want to know, you should talk to him first. That is it for the basic explanation. Let us continue by going inside. First, the staff room. And we go to the staff room. This is the staff room. We only really go here when taking quests or when they scold us. This is also where they do enrollment and course changes. It should help to keep that in mind. Let's proceed to the dormitory. The dorms. So you're the transfer students they talked about. I'm Leonidas. I'm an ace at the champion course, and I'm basically a champion of the people already. I'm also your senior here. If there's something you don't know, just leave it to me. Leonidas, senior. He came only 3 days earlier. Well, no matter. Let us proceed to the store. To the store we go. This is the store. You can get anything from equipment to everyday goods here, including things you need in the dormitory. You should consider developing a habit of checking your equipment and inventory every time before you leave and come back. That should make your adventures safer. Next, the laboratory. Kellogg's party went to the lab. Kellogg's party. The Clark's party. It's Lily. I believe you met at the ceremony, but this is Miss Lily. She is in charge of the magic curriculum. Miss Lily, I brought the transfer students. Have you already heard the bad rumors about me? Well, you would eventually, so let me say it ahead of time. I'm called Miss Reaper by the students. I think that's because I have such a gloomy personality. You know that I'm also the doctor here, right? When the students say the underworld, they usually mean the infirmary. That's not a good look, Lily. Okay. This is where you can do alchemy, the combination of various items and materials to make new items. This is a skill you definitely need for your adventures, so please learn it, even if you feel like it's a bother. If you skip it completely, you might actually end up in the actual underworld. Alchemy is a bother at first, but it can be fun once you get used to it. Let us visit the infirmary, too. To the infirmary! Lily's gonna teleport there. No, this is the infirmary. Some students call it the underworld, but I do not like that. Miss Lily is a very gentle teacher, so please use it without restraint. That is more or less it for the tour. Let us return. Back to the full school view. That's it for the tour. Did it help you? Well, if there's anything you do not know or that makes you feel uneasy, please talk to me or the teachers. We'll meet each other during our classes too, and again, I hope we get along. Alright. So we can go to the gates if we wanted to. There's the infirmary, the laboratory, the store, the dormitory. I don't think we have a lot of money. We have 100 G, which I think is not much. Can we look at stats? Actually, I want to look at equipment. Can we look at equipment? So I'm an axe user that's using a dagger. That's probably not a good start. Dagger. Everybody's using a dagger despite being different classes. Again, not the best start. for our stuff. Let's just take a peek at the store prices. I have a feeling they're going to be absurdly highly priced, like they usually are, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh god, yes. Nope, they are absolutely insanely priced. Okay, just out of curiosity here. A dagger is 200, right? How much is it for a gun? Why is there a W? Oh, just look at the prices, by the way. These are all one-handed. Is the W because they're two-handed? Maybe. There are so many things. Yeah, I think the W is two-handed. Mage Club, two-handed, two-handed, two-handed. Spring Onion. Okay. Short bow. These are absurdly priced. Oh no, we're never going to be able to use... Well, the handgun is 13,900 monies. Oh my god. The sling is a two-hander? Okay. That's like on the cheap end. Oh boy. The boomerang and the kunai. Oh man. Yeah, anyway, so the prices are absurdly, ridiculously extreme. Just like they were in the first game. Let's go to the staff room. Maybe we can get our... Like, either a course or select students in the school to see their stats. No, I don't need that. That's fine. You know what? I don't need to do any of that. Where did they say to go to... Okay, here we go. Faculty notice board. Here's where we can check and accept quests. There's also the yearbook. Alright. Welcoming freshmen. Request from Mr. Gladiolus. This is where freshmen should begin. Alright, let's do it. Nice to meet you. You are the transfer students. Should I take it? I'm Frieza Snow, or Frieza. I work as a librarian here. We have a system where you take quests through the notice board. If you have any quests you wish to take, report to me. Welcoming freshmen. That is the quest all new Presiana Institute students should take first. It's like an orientation where you learn what adventuring is like. Go to Mr. Gladiolus in the staff room for the details. I'll report down at the bottom. Okay. Ah, there you are. The transfer students, I take it. Are you getting used to this place? I mean, kind of, I suppose. Though you came just yesterday, so no need to rush it. Ah, you're taking the welcoming freshman quest. I appreciate your proactiveness. This is a simple quest to learn the basics of adventuring. Though our school is a place where we nurture true adventurers, do not let your guard down. A true adventurer is one who's been on many small adventures. That is how you approach becoming a champion of the people. Never forget to learn. The destination of first quest is the Welcoming Grove. The grove is established for our training purposes. It contains a chest in which you will find an institute crest, and your goal is to bring it. You aren't a true student of Presiana until you get an institute crest. My wish is to help this school raise students who will become the people's champions, and I have high hopes for you. Do your best. Alright, well, I mean, I guess we know what we're doing. We're heading to the gates, so your first adventure begins. The wilds and the dungeons are full of dangers and monsters. Let me explain the basic combat system so you don't panic when you run into them. Yeah. Here's how it is. When a battle begins, you get the option to fight, change formation, and run. This is where you prepare for battle. Fight is how you start fighting the monsters, and if you need it, change formation lets you reorganize the party's positioning. Run is how you get to escape the scene. Avoiding conflict is important now and then, but if you fail to run away, you leave yourself open for one turn. So be careful when you make the choice. Failing to run is the only one of these things that uses up a turn, so act with patience. When you decide to fight, you move on to a selection of which monster you'll fight first. Select the commands for the characters in the order of 1 to 6. The battle will start the moment you set the action of the last character. When the battle begins, the fast characters will act first. Next up is skills. First, biggest thing separating them, there are two types, active and passive. For example, breaths and other actions like that are active skills. Meanwhile, passive skills are ones like protection and floating. Okay. Basically, doing something yourself is an active skill, while skills that are active all the time are passive. Totally makes sense. Skills can be quite specific too. There are ones like counter, fierce slash, and exorcism. You can acquire many different ones depending on your courses. Dual wielding can be used by various courses, but flash slash is exclusive to samurais. Basically, you should pick your courses based on the skills you want to learn. That's about it for individual skills, but there are also party skills. These are skills that you use together. Well, that's it for the basics of combat. Now to experience it. I hope for your glorious victory. But holy cow, you got some serious abbage going on there, person. Fighting can be pretty hard, but it's nothing you can't get used to. But do you know about compatibility? It's very important in fights too. I do not. Oh my, this is your first time playing with compatibility, isn't it? Let the Angel of Love, Bougainvillea, yep, teach you the basics. Sure. Don't worry about who I am or where I'm from. I'm just a passing angel of love. Well, sure. All right. Compatibility is the bond that connects people. I like that one. I don't like that one. It's a little spell that binds such hidden feelings with lines. First, choose a character whose line you want to draw. There are two types of lines, like lines and dislike lines. Normally, if you draw a like, you have to draw a dislike, but there are exceptions, so listen well. Alright, so I have a small problem with this. I don't know how to get to this point, like whatever they're talking about here. People adventuring alone obviously can't draw any lines. It's fair. With two adventurers, only one of them can draw a line. Everyone's in affinity levels. As you draw compatibilities, you might sometimes see a discovery symbol. That's proof that you've activated a skill. Okay. You can see the activated skill on the status screen. I'm sure it'll be useful in battle. That's it for the explanation. I think it's pretty romantic that there are powers that only can be activated if you like or dislike someone, huh? It's pretty exciting to find skills that suit you. Your very own relationship charts are so great, though these are feelings, so handle them with care. The Angel of Love will go now. Again, I don't know how to access this thing that we're looking at here, this chart. Like, I don't... Nothing here... I don't have... That's not a thing. So, I mean, it exists. It's part of the game, but I don't know how to actually access it. And I thought maybe I missed something, but nope. We can explore. We can go to the world map. Let's take a peek at the world map. So we're over here on the left side. The other school, the Dracona, whatever one, is over here, and then I assume this is the... I don't know. There's 4 different corners, so who knows? All right. Anyway, we're gonna go to explore the dungeon. The path of the past never undone. Welcoming Grove. All right. Also, I was under the well, not under the impression. I do remember 100%. Oh, I don't want to exit the dungeon. I still don't want to exit the dungeon. I 100% remember that in the first game that we had a map. We do not seem to have a map now. We can investigate. There's nothing there. Anyway, so that's a thing. I don't know if that's something that, like, it's unlocked later and they're trying to keep things simple for now. But I'm one that really, really likes having a map. Oh, here we go. We're getting into a battle. Alright, let's see how we do. Start the battle. We can change formation, we can run, or we can fight. We're going to fight. I think we'll start with some physical attacks on the... I don't know what these guys are. Garden gnomes or something. Alright, now from the back, we can't really do anything other than magic with 2 of them, which is good. I'm just curious. We got fire. I'm going to stay defensive for now. Magic, I'm just curious. Oh, we do have heal. I did make the right choice. A small light orb attack, effective against dark. Alright, so good, 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 good. I mean, we can only cast it once, but it is there. It does exist. Breath. Use a breath attack. Can damage multiple enemies. Number of targets increases with level. Doesn't cost us anything. I don't... That's interesting. And then Splooch is supposed to be able to shoot or whatever, but he doesn't have an item to do that. Expansive area attack attacks an entire enemy row, but again, we don't have the weapon to do that with. Alright. So we landed an attack. We defeated one of the question mark crew. Okay, we got hit for one. Two different people. Deadly breath. Slash, and there's our victory. 39 experience. Surviving members made 1 progress in their course. I don't know what that means. Smoke bomb and required 114 gold. Well, that's cool. Again, I'm very concerned there's no map. Alright, we're just gonna get into battle after battle. Hey, there we are. We get to see what these things actually look like. The one-eye wizard. Why not? Why not have a one-eyed wizard? I assume it's gonna move off of... I'm gonna cast one of my spells. Actually, can I do the skill again? Yeah, let's give it a shot. I'm gonna assume it's because he's a Diaboros or something along those lines. Alright, so they're doing a little piddly damage right now to our crew, which again is totally fine. Blue Deadly Breath with the one-eyed wizard. Defeated one of them. Fire defeated another one. Dagger defeated another one. Okay. Oh, and then he missed. I do think it's cool that one of our backliners can do the breath attack. Maybe that's something to keep in mind for the future. Alright, I think we can just run through this again. Easy enough. 92 progress. With some fine boots and a ripped shirt acquired. Along with some more monies. Well, I'm not seeing a chest. Just all of the wizards. Wow, there's just so many of these guys, huh? You don't have a skill? Alright. You do, and we're going to use your breath attack. As we often do, sir. I feel kind of bad about Splooch just not really getting to do much. I don't know if we have any items either. Alright, so we've got that. There's another row of these guys coming. We're just gonna keep going with our basic attacks. Slight woundages are coming out. I would imagine the party has to be out of breath by this point. I just hold the button down too. Alright. Decent amount of experience. Again, 3 progress in the course. Fancy dry meat acquired. Some fine boots, rusty dagger, money, and a treasure chest. We don't have a thief, I'm noticing, so that's on you, Splooch. Fallen Angel's Whim. Oh no, the stone trap was activated. A grenade went into the item bag. He took a little bit of damage, but he seems to be okay-ish. Let's take a look at inventory. So this is the bag, and I don't know if the bag is stuff that we can use immediately. So, all right, these are all things for either selling or base synthesis. So alchemy, it looks like. Fancy dried meat restores all allies' HP, and then we have a grenade. Throwable in combat when used as an item. A pomegranate full of gunpowder instead of seeds. Why not? And a smoke bomb to escape combat. So we have a few items, but that's really about it. And then nothing else has come through. So sadly, we haven't like picked up any actual pieces of equipment yet. All right. I guess we check here. Dagger 6 went into that. Okay, well, there we go. That's something different, right? So one-handed attack of 2, throwable in combat when used as an item. I think it's easy to get too. Is that better than like one of the ones that we currently already have? It is better than one of the ones that we currently have. Increases our attack by... Well, hold on, sorry. Our attack is 21. Well, let's do it this way. It gives us 1 more strength, but it lowers our attack by 6. Oh, it's a dagger -6. I completely understand. Okay. So it's terrible and not something I want to use. Okay, I gotcha. Can I dual wield? I cannot. Alright, it doesn't look like we're going to actually be able to finish up our quests that we've been sent on here. Looks like we have been kind of battered a little bit. Okay, we're going to have... I guess me. We're going to have, or Calark. We're going to have Calark open it. There's an alarm. The Menko -6 went into the bag. Okay. I don't know what a Menko is. We're gonna try to stay in this first area without going into the like transitional area of the next one. And hope that we're able to survive long enough to maybe find this chest that they're they hath mentioned. Like, I'm not seeing anything out here. Maybe we're fast enough? No. It seems like they just about always hit. Hey, Kime leveled up. Alright, so ooh, some like really good stuff. Alright, like 61 HP is insane. Okay, okay. MP, power 1. Okay, everything else is pretty lame. MP a little low, or I get low compared to the HP. Power, everything else is kind of meh. It's +1s across the board, no intelligence gains. I don't know why they leveled up first. I'm not sure why Kime was the first to level. You know, if we can hang in there and get like 1 more level out of this, there could be something to it. I also am not 100% sure how much money we've managed to acquire at this point. I would like another fight. I'd like to see if we can't level up somebody else. Really? We didn't finish? Okay. There it is. Splooch is leveled up. Okay, 32 HP. A little less impressive, but still not bad at all. Pudding was acquired. And we're getting decent money, right? 100 plus at every battle, it seems. I think this is okay. We'll stick with this for a little bit. Alright, Wendy's leveling up. I'm really wanting Calark and Tana to level up. 29, and then 19 for the MP, which is nice. It looks like we gained that as well. like we gain the plus 23 straight up. We don't like fully heal and gain everything, but we gain whatever we actually gain, which is nice. I'm gonna check the item real quick. Did we get pudding? 1 ally's HP. Escape dummy. Nice. And then what is the Menko -6? Becomes cursed when worn by women. Stronger when stacked, but overdoing that turns it to a simple stack of paper. What? Oh, they're a card. Oh, okay. Remarks, Spirit, Dragon, Elemental, Divine. Strength +1, throwable in combat. Maybe we throw it or something? I don't know. I'm going to hope that we can hold out long enough. I will use the pudding if need be. Again, would like to get everybody at least 1 level before we call a close to our adventure here. Yeah, attack Kimi. Attack Kimi. Yeah, there we go. There it is. 63 HP. A little bit of MP. Ooh, +2s on some of the stuff. Very nice. Only 76 gold. Come on. Yeah. Oh. It's like we've scared off all of the little babies now. So in reality, it's Commissar and Tana that are a little behind. Party leveled up. 24 and 30. Okay. Ripped 1 uniform. Okay. I think we'll be able to do some alchemy and some other stuff once we... There we go. There's a battle that we're looking for. Alright, let's start knocking these guys upside their noggin. Get some of that noggin knocking going on. Put them in their place, as it were. Oh, Mutanas is missing all the time now. There it is. Alright. Tana leveled up for sure. Alright, good. 41 HP and then 1s across the board. Wendy learned new magic. That's cool. Okay, so we're level 2 now. I don't know how much money that we've gathered. 2,000. That's not bad. Let's go see what we can do back at town. Okay, there's the fight that we've been looking for this whole time. I think we're gonna play around a little bit with this. Since we're heading back to town anyway. A fire shield to combat water. Huh, neat. Not really relevant, mind you, but... we'll use our thing here. Still can't really do... You know what, I'm gonna throw I'm gonna throw this. At that guy. There we go. Hey, we defeated him. I felt pretty good. Body blow. Alright, let's get through this. Okay, a couple of easy defeats. Shined him. Oh, it wasn't enough to take him down. But we did fire the guy in the back. Also, not quite enough to take him down. I think we're just going to run through it with whatever we had before. Except for you. You're just going to sit there. I think Paramount, our first thing that we would have to do is save up enough, if we could, to get a ranged weapon for Sploosh. I also think if I were to do this again, I would definitely take a thief. Somehow. Ooh, Tana learned a new skill. Okay, so we've made it back. We're going to exit the donjon. We were unable to find what we were hoping to find. We're going to go to the store real quick. I just once again want to see... It doesn't really... The handgun is 13,000. I mean, we're super far away, right? I wish there was a way to... Oh, what's the word here? How do I explain what I want? I wish there was a way to split the, like, have tabs that aren't just like weapons and all the weapons are there, but split them into like one-handed melee or, you know, so on and so forth. I know it kind of does that a little bit, but does it show ranged when we look at like the sky bow and stuff? Range, it says LL. Okay, so there are some medium ones, like the spring onion. Alright, hold on. I'm just going to go to the top here. Okay, so anything that's medium. The great axe is medium. A javelin is, for some reason, not a throwing weapon? The leather whip is medium. Now, can a medium weapon attack over, like, to the front line from the rear line? I don't know. I would like to think maybe? So, I kind of almost want to try it. Let's just take a look at whatever else we've got. Medium with a hammer, fishing rods, medium. That's 200. That's a much lower option for us. Maybe I go that route just as a test. You know what? I think I will. Buy and equip on Splooge. Okay, so that gives us something. I'm just going to take a little further peek. Shortbow's 3,800. The handgun is 13,900. The boomerang's only 79, but that's a throwing. It is range medium, so again, you would assume maybe. The floaty gun and the handgun are long and long range, I guess. And the bows are long range as well. Yeah, I think this might work. Maybe. I don't actually know, but I'm assuming possibly. Okay, I want to go to the infirmary. How do we uncur? I don't think anybody's cursed. Oh, you know what else I want to do? Sorry, I want to go back to the store. I want to sell this. It doesn't have a price. Can I purify it? No. Sorry. It's fine. I mean, we're not dead. The laboratory, the library, the dormitory. Can we rest? We can. Hey, we get everything back for free. That's great. So now we're back at full strength. That's awesome. Let's check the laboratory. Oh, you're here. Welcome to the lab. You haven't done alchemy before, have you? You should do better if you listen to me explain the basics, will you? Sure. First, I will start with synthesis and dismantling. Synthesis is an alchemy that combines items to create new items. Dismantling is taking out an item's base and separating it into multiple items. When you master synthesis and dismantling, you'll be able to create powerful weapons and items. While magic spells use MP, alchemy has the advantage of not costing any at all. Okay. For now, let's have you experience it. Take this trial sling. Go and dismantle it, please. If it blows up, it could send you to the afterlife, but that never happens. Tell me when you've dismantled it. Yeah, you can dismantle it in labs or use the alchemist's skill. Now, go and put it in the pieces. Okay, sure. Alchemy. I assume it's at the bottom? There it is. I mean, I'd rather just use this, if I'm being honest. Alright. Decompose. I mean, I guess. Success. Split sling and wood junk. Okay. Alright, so I did that. Now we're backing out. Yeah, oh, listen to your teacher to find out how it's done. Okay, report. Well, it sure is scattered. Good work with the dismantling. Next, I'll teach you about item synthesis. Dismantling the trial sling gave you the split sling, right? Split slings are the scrap or waste of the trial slings, and they act as their bases. Basically, if you want to synthesize a trial sling, you must have at least one split sling. Okay, I'm understanding, I'm tracking. So yeah, let's try synthesizing a trial sling next. Oh, but you can't synthesize a trial sling with just a split sling. To complete a trial sling, you also need material. That's the wood junk that came out when you dismantled it. Basically, you are synthesizing the scrap, the split sling, and the material, the wood junk. And that creates the product, the trial sling. Now, go and synthesize the trial sling. If only human relations could be synthesized as easily as that. It's sad that they can't. Report to me when you're done. Alright, well that's interesting. That is quite interessante. Alright, alchemy, I don't need to do recipe. So I go here. And then I go here. And I can combine them. We should have probably done this first, hindsight being what it is. Success. Trial sling acquired. Okay. And then we'll report it back. Well done. Now you know the basics of dismantling and synthesis, correct? If you want to learn about or learn the recipes for various items, consider buying them. They're sold at the store. Looking at them will make it very easy to know what you need for what you want. Also, what you want. Also, I have one last present for you. Don't worry, it's not cursed. It's a set of items, thanks, you need to upgrade a weapon through synthesis. Required to upgrade the trial sling. One whetstone and one wood junk. You can use these to upgrade the trial sling. Upgrading can make items stronger than before. Go ahead and try it out. Weapons need whetstones and armor need hard stones. When you get used to upgrading, you should upgrade weapons you like as much as you want. That's it for the basics of alchemy. Good luck. That sounds cool. So we're gonna go to the trial sling here. And we're gonna use the whetstone. And we're gonna use the wood junk. And now we're gonna strengthen it. Success! The trial sling +1. What? Okay, so that's it, huh? That's great. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is my brain will eventually work. I cannot promise you this is true, but I believe it is true. Nope. Equipment. We're gonna go to Splooch. We're gonna get rid of his fishing rod. We're gonna give him the trial sling +1, even though his attack goes down somehow, maybe. The fishing rod is 20. He's still gonna get it. I don't care. We're still gonna go with equipment. We're gonna give Commissar the fishing rod. And we'll see how that plays. Alright, there's other stuff we can do right now. I just want to go back out and explore some more. I want to get in another fight and see if the fishing rod works and if the sling works, or if we need like ammo or something for the sling. Alright, fight. I cannot attack. Oh, she doesn't have it. Never mind. Defense. I can attack with the fishing rod. Awesome. So for any backliners, I mean, you're going to have to go out and get a little bit of money, but for any backliners, you can at least get something as simple as a fishing rod to actually do that. Alright, the sling only hit for 4 damage, but it's something. Okay, simple enough. And then the bludgeoning damage from that. Okay, that's cool though. A rusty dagger, some pudding, treasure chest. We gotta come up with a solution for this. I may have to switch Splooch to a thief. I don't know. I'm sure you can do different. Okay, that doesn't sound good. I'm sure you can do different courses and stuff. Oh, it wasn't trapped. Oh, harp 3 or -3. Oh, cool. Anyway, guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much going to do it. I don't know how to save the game. That's another one of my issues that I've come across. I absolutely have no idea how to save the game. There doesn't seem to be a button for that. Oh, there's... Okay, okay. Never mind. I'm an idiot. It's fine. I didn't realize there were 3 different menus here. I just was sitting there going, I have no idea how to... Oh, there's 3 menus. Alright, so that's how you would save the game. So from inside here, you would hit... I'm using the controller. You would hit triangle as a PlayStation controller or Y as a Xbox controller. It brings you the stuff where you can do your equipment, your spells, your formation. Then if you press right, you get to... That's where the compatibility thing is. It all makes sense now. No wonder I couldn't figure it out. I'm so dumb. Select students in school to see their major course and change it. You can see the accepted quests. Oh, this is so much nicer. Alright, and then various options. Okay, very cool. Alright, so we can save our adventure and continue. I may play around just a little bit, so when we actually come back to this again, and by a little bit, I do mean a little bit. We come back to this again, I'll have a better idea of what I want to do to start with, and we can just start and have fun with it. We're probably going to go with the other school, not this one. But yeah, I wanted to give you guys a solid once-over of the various different things in the game to let you guys know what you can do, what you can't do, the stuff you can get away with, things that you need to look at when doing combat. For instance, the range of your weapons. Everybody starts with a dagger. You could start with, if you go to the dormitory and you look at the characters, we're all level 2 now, but we started at level 1. We look at Shogo, Chiaki, and so on and so forth. They all started at level 2. So when you make your own personal classes here that you want to run with, you end up actually one level lower. Now, I don't know exactly. Let's go to the staff room. I don't know exactly what these guys have as far as equipment goes. They might not have any equipment. This might just be it. Browse, I thought you could see that. Is there a way to see what, like, equipment they have? No, I guess not. Anyway, they might start with the actual real equipment as opposed to just a bunch of daggers. I'm not sure, but yeah, we touched on how to do quests. We touched on how to go out and do combat. We touched on a little bit of the alchemy and so on and so forth. So yeah, I feel like we have a pretty good overview, a pretty good idea what's going on. The only thing that we don't seem to have, which I now want to go and check, is a map. Which, again, is baffling to me that there's no map. Well, let's look at controls. Is there a map button? Toggle tools, display skills, shortcut. It doesn't really. Labyrinth explanation. Oh, display camp. Okay, square is map. What? Maybe this first starting area doesn't have a map. Maybe that's something that they open up down the line. But I am happy to see that there is a map down the line. Or maybe it's something that you have to find, like an actual map item. Or acquire it somehow. Or maybe there's a spell that lets you map stuff out. I'm not really sure. But either way, guys and gals, I had a good time playing this. Like I said, I wanted to come back to this series anyway. This gives me a reason to return to the first one, even more so than just me wanting to do it. And yeah, you'll see some more Class of Heroes coming your way very, very soon. A big shout out and a thank you once again to PQube for hooking me up with the code for this. It means a lot, and I do truly appreciate it. If you want more information about the game, where to get the game, information on the developer, the publisher, any of that stuff down below in the description of the video, there'll be various links just like there always are. And until the very next first look video, limited run mini series, full series, triple P series, or any other series or videos you find here at the Freak Show, I've been your host, Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by the Freak Show. We play, we fight, we conquer.